Yes, thank you, Queen. And this is Purple. How are you, Sister Cherelle?
Hey, Purple.
So listen, no, we have to ask at this point. The Middle East has been a tumultuous topic and situation here in Pennsylvania and the United States, and of course, right here in Philadelphia, you have some polarizing, people who stand with Israel, people who stand with Palestine. I have to ask you, as a politician, there's a photograph circling around with you holding, that you stand for Israel. I would like to give you an opportunity to say, is that your stance? Is it not your stance? If so, why did you choose a stance? And can you explain your thoughts on it, or did you do it, or did you make that stand?
So, one Purple, thank you for the question. And in essence, not coming to a conclusion without sort of asking the question. And first, I want you to know that although the mayor does not have 1 ounce of influence on deciding what public policy is like in the Middle East, I do understand that what is happening there has a significant impact on our Jewish community and our Muslim community here. And I respect that 1,001%. I wholeheartedly reject anti Semitism. I reject Islamophobia and I reject hatred in all forms. I would love to see a ceasefire and I pray for peace for Palestinians and Israelis. So and the entire Jewish community. So I want to be really clear about that. Just for the record, it was a photo of my being at a rally about peace. And I was there and I was supposed to have participated in an act about a week before I attended that event, but because of the campaign trail and I was running, I couldn't attend. And it was when the initial activity had occurred. So when some people saw me there, and that had been the first time,
Yeah.
it was also when some other heinous, tragic, activity had occurred in the Middle East, and it was that some people thought that I was choosing one side or the other. Now, what I thank God for is that people in the Muslim community who know Cherelle Parker said we know her, and we know that that's not the case. We know her long-standing relationships. I'm talking about in a substantive way. We know that she is no Johnny come lately supporter of the Muslim community. So we know that the way people attempted to interpret my support against that act of hate and my affirming that I don't support that act of hatred that occurred. I'm happy that there was a constituency who said, Cherelle Parker, we know who you are. Right. So I pray for peace for the Palestinian community, for the Israeli community, and I reject anti Semitism. I reject Islamophobia. And that would be like, let me give you an example. If someone attempted to say the Muslim community, sort of reflects an act of terrorism that was committed by Hamas. If anyone attempted to do that, I would tell them you are not going to do that because that is not accurate. I know the Muslim community, particularly here in our region, we've worked together, we've been partners fighting for racial, social, economic justice here in our great city, and nothing about that with me is going to change. Now, for all of you, and I thank you for this outlet to be able to
Yeah.
share this, I've also seen people attempt to use this
Yeah.
as a tool to get to some other things that they never had another vehicle, another way.
For
Right.
sure.
So I also saw some people saying, you know what, this is a great opportunity to do X, Y, and Z. And you can't stop that from happening in your life. I don't care who you are when that happens. But I thank God for those people who said to me, my brothers, my sisters, who said, Rel, we know you. We've been with you too long. Keep pressing, keep doing what you're doing and trying to move our city forward. So
Yeah.
thank you so very much for the question.